So yeah, this is a story about an idiot that sold his the compressor machine to take out to evacuate the system. I sold that, so now today I have an issue with my AC. Where last week I was how the code
She
it
told me
says
she
that
was strict. She
high
jumped it out.
pressure too high,
Get
so
it.
the compressor's not kicking on. And I tested this thing. I tested this, and the compressor kicked on, and I checked the pressure. The pressure's fine, it's perfect. But since the compressor's not kicking, uh, and I tested this and it worked, that means that this sensor is damaged. And I ohmed it out. It had no ohms. I mean, I checked the continuity. I got a multimeter, and I checked if there was any continuity here, and there was nothing, zero. So that means this is damaged. But since I no longer have my my evacuator, I will. Oh shit! This looks ripped. Oh, it's almost time for this. So since I don't have that no more, I have to do some drastic measures. I will release the air, and you'll see what I'll do. I will do some Mickey Mouse shit. Since I don't have the funds to be going to get this evacuated at a shop. I mean, not evacuated, but suck out the air too, so there's no vacuum. I mean, so there's no so there's dry, so completely dry. So I'm gonna do this right now. So on this scene, I remove the refrigerant out of the system, but leave at least 5 psi of pressure, so I can have pressure in the system when I remove the sensor, it won't let air inside the system, and that's what I'm worried about because no air should be in the system. If there is air in the system, it will cause the freon to freeze and be stuck. And my goal is to not have to evacuate the system. I take it to a shop since I don't have the evacuator machine. So this is my Mickey Mouse goal. I don't want anybody to do this, but if this is drastic measure. I had to get clamps so I could have leverage in order for not the lines to break. So I had to. You have to have pressure or leverage on the those hoses because they're very movable. And if you break the line or you bend the line, it's over. You have to go buy a whole new set of lines, and that is a big job. And trying to avoid at all costs to save money. I was able to get good pressure when I took off of the cover of the engine and just tighten it perfectly and holding on to it so it won't bend. I was able to release the the pressure sensor switch with a little bit of a good force, as you can see in this video. Once I was able to remove the pressure from the sensor, I got the new sensor ready and put some peg oil on it so it could go in smooth without no pressure, without no friction, destroying the rubber seals. Uh, so, because if the rubber seals rip in the process of you putting that in the new connection, you'll cause air to leak. And once you have a leak, then you're gonna have to find and troubleshoot the leak, and sometimes that takes forever. And or you get lucky and you can see it really fast. But here, as you can see, I slowly hold putting pressure while I'm unscrewing it, and then bam, I switch over to the other one and tighten it, and that's it. Now I just have to tighten it really good, and I was
That's how you
done.
do it. You release the pressure and slowly, if there's not a lot of pressure, you you put it back in there, and it was releasing pressure, so I didn't lose any, I didn't get any air into the system. So that's my trick. That's what I came up. So that's what I came up with. Hopefully it works. Now I'm gonna tighten it. Just muscle strength. That's all. No extra pressure. Just muscle, and that's it. And I'm done. Now for the moment of truth. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna add refrigerant. I'm gonna connect this. And it doesn't fit. There's something wrong. Not the right one, is it? It's not the right one. It is the right one. Oh, yeah, it is the right one. There we go. Now it's in. We're good. Now we gotta start up the car and see what happens. So I'll do this. I'll move these.
I had to remove the gauges because the refrigerant style type of bottle is a piercing type of bottle, and those gauges don't have a pierce. I don't have the piercing tool, so I had to use the tool that I bought from AutoZone. It's pretty really awesome. Uh, oh yeah, I recommend that, and then buying the refrigerant separately instead of buying that whole kit. You could have that for forever, and in an emergency, you could just add refrigerant into the system anytime, just buy in a bottle and have to buy that little. Yeah, that stuff is cheap.
I release a little bit of air and close it. And now it's in the system. I'm gonna turn on the car, see what happens. The system's not moving because there is no pressure in the system. Once I add pressure in the system, hopefully the fan is gonna kick on, and if it doesn't kick on, now it's kicking on. Now it's kicking on, so the fan is on. But we need the car to run at normal temperature, so we have to wait till the car heats up. But right now the fan is kicking on because it has a little bit of pressure. The car could actually start working with a little bit of pressure,
I
but
meant to say the
now it works. So
compressor.
that means that the high pressure sensor wasn't working. So I could never kick on the fan because the system the sensor wasn't working. So now that I have a working sensor, the fan kicks on. So that was my problem with the high pressure in my system. So I didn't do anything because it wasn't hot enough until it started getting hot. So now I had to do something and buy the sensor. It was $35 at the local auto shop where I live, and the oil was like 30. The 25, I think it was 25, and this one I don't even know what the prices were, but it works. Now I gotta wait till it gets cool, as the system gets hot, and I gotta check the AC temperature. Hopefully it's at 50, 55. I think it's at 55. If it hits 55, we're good, and then problem fixed. But we'll see. Stay tuned. So I have a problem whenever I throw water at the condenser. It starts cooling real fast. So that means there's no air going through the condenser, no fresh air. So what does that mean? I think I'm gonna just wipe down. I'm gonna clean the condenser, see how much I could take away. There's a lot of dead bugs on them. So I'm gonna remove the bumper, and I'm gonna drop it down, and I'm gonna clean the. All right, so now I have I feel like the vehicle now has AC because I don't have a temp gun, but to me this feels like it's blowing at 60, probably 55, 60. This side is not as cold. Here, I mean, it's not as cold as this side. Maybe because there's a blockage in the system, but that doesn't change the fact that before it was blowing warm air, now it's blowing cold air, and I had just replaced the high pressure sensor, and you saw how I did it, and without having to evacuate the system, and what do you call that? Take out all the to what they call it, to vacuum out the system, because I didn't have a compressor to evacuate the system and to to take out all the air that's inside the system, if you understand what I'm saying. I'm forgetting these terms, but that's what I did, and now it's pretty cold. Yeah, this side is not the same cold as this side. I think there's something blocking the system. A few months ago, last 2 weeks ago, when I changed out the cabin air filter, there was paper inside the cabin air filter. So one of these papers was inside the vent. I don't know how they got there, but it was inside the filter. So be aware that make sure you check the filter and see if there's anything clogging the filter, because you don't get a good airflow. Well, thank you for watching my video, and hopefully this helps out at any way possible. Alright, thank you, bye.